if we were to bid this out, we would pay 100% of it. By having Tykert do it, they're paying 80%, 90%, 95%. What is that number? And what is the amount that is going to be out of our pocket? Is it going to be 1,000? Is it 10,000? I hope it's not 100,000.
So as of right now, there is nothing out of the county's pocket because Tykert is reimbursing us for all of our staff time as well. Since we're so early in the design phases, although expedited, I don't have an estimate off the top of my head, but Tykert could ultimately do the project for free because it's their private haul route.
Okay, cool. So it hopefully projected at this point, zero cost to the county, zero money, and 100% on Tykert.
Yeah, that is the proposal.
Fantastic. Thank you.
I guess I should clarify too. I guess it's not necessarily free, but they would be using their materials and their labor.
Net.
All right. Just for the board's information, usually I pull everything off consent that's over $1 million and put it in county departments, just for your information. So thank you very much. And that's a very, very good contract. We'd like to see more of that.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call vote.
Supervisor Vasquez.
Yes.
Supervisor Blazer.
Yes.
Supervisor Fuhrer.
Yes.
Supervisor Bradford is absent. Supervisor Messick.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, reaches the 4/5 threshold. All right, County Department, Human Resources, item 525. Approve amendments to labor agreements with Yuba County Employees Association, and I'll let you explain it.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So my name is Tiffany Manuel. I'm the interim HR director. I come before your board to seek approval to amend our current labor agreements between the county and YCEA, MSA, DSA, DDAA, and PPOA to include a modification to the county's contribution toward health insurance beginning January 1, 2024 for the 2024 calendar year. Additionally, I'm seeking approval to modify the county's contribution toward health insurance for non-represented management, elected and confidential employees also beginning 1/1/2024 for the 2024 calendar year. To provide some background, your board previously approved the current labor agreements for all of our represented groups and approved the application of benefits to non-represented management, elected and confidential employees. The current labor agreement and application of benefits states that the county's monthly contribution to health insurance will be a flat dollar amount with an escalator based on the May medical care component of the Consumer Price Index Urban. We recently received the health insurance rates for the 2024 calendar year and found the rate increase coupled with an unexpectedly low CPIU escalator of 0.7% resulted in significant increases to the employee portion of the health insurance rates. All of the represented groups reached out to Human Resources and the County Administrator's Office, respectfully requesting any help that would provide assistance in addressing the high rate of increase to the employee portion. The proposed county monthly contribution as identified in your staff report of up to $967 for employee only, up to $1,662 for employee plus one dependent, and up to $2,158 for employee plus more than one dependent will soften the increase to our employees. We expect there will be minimal fiscal impacts with this change for the current fiscal year due to savings from vacant positions. And on behalf of Yuba County employees, I'd like to thank your board for your consideration and request your approval of this item and authorize the chair to execute.
Okay. Any questions from the board? No questions from the board. Any questions from the public? All right, we'll bring it back to the board.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? The measure passes.
Thank you very much.
We didn't need a roll call on that. Okay. Administrative Services, adopt a resolution to support Operation Greenlight the week of November 6th through November 12th. Marvin.
Good morning, Chairman, fellow board members. My name is Marvin King. I work with Yuba County Veteran Services inside of the Health and Human Service Department. I am here to present to you a request for approval of the of the proposition to support Operation Greenlight. It does cover November 8th through November 12th. This here initiative started around 2013, and it is an effort to show our public support for military and veterans in our community. It does allow the buildings, the government buildings, to display a green light in show of support for our military and veterans. Is there any questions?
Okay, any questions from the board? Any questions from the public? Well, thank you very much. Let's see. We need to a motion. Active board. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, we adopted the resolution to support Operation Greenlight. Marvin, thank you very much for your effort.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
The board may direct any item of informational correspondence to a department head for appropriate action. And through the chair, we have one item on the agenda, 532-2023, letter from California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection regarding additional public comment period for the regulatory adoption process of the fire hazard severity zone map through October 30th, 2023.
We'll start with Don down at the far end.
So Gary and I attended a couple of things that I think I'll mention. We attended the Business Connection Breakfast put on by the Chamber, and it was the State of Beal. So a very positive meeting. They have no intention of going anywhere, which is a big thing. They're working hard on relationships with the county and support, and Jackie Silliman, Rachel Downs is working really close with them. So it was a very positive meeting. The other one we attended was put on by CSAC, and it's their platform to try to improve relationships between all the various tribes in the state, between the tribes, and intergovernmental relations is what they were attempting to do. There's over 150 separate tribes, near as I can tell, in the state. They all have their own issues. Sometimes the tribes work together, sometimes they don't. One thing I took out of that is that there seems to be a pretty good misunderstanding of the tribes by the local governments, and there seems to be a misunderstanding of local governments by the tribes. So it's very complex, and seems like most projects that they want to do take 20 years. I know the Enterprise Rancheria was at least 20 years before that got done. All in all, it was probably a fairly decent start by CSAC trying to mediate that, but it's pretty complicated. Anyway, it was a worthwhile meeting. That was last week. One other thing, I'd like to close in memory of Ron Solinger, who just recently passed away, a longtime Sutter County supervisor, and our thoughts go out to his wife, Sue. Thank you.
Okay. No report. John.
Well, I've had a busy couple of weeks harvesting my walnuts that are still not worth very much. You all learned today. But I did make it to the Browns Valley School Harvest Festival Friday night. It was a really nice event. And Saturday night, I attended the search and rescue dinner. As commander of the Yuba-Sutter Sheriff's Aero Squadron, we purchased a table there, and I kept my luck roll up and won another pistol. Yeah. Very good dinner. Recommend you all. They're bringing it back. It's something they did until COVID, and now they're bringing it back. It's their major fundraiser dinner for Yuba County Search and Rescue, and it was a very successful time. Okay. Sheriff Anderson was there. He also purchased the tables.
Oh.
Yep.
Some days you're windshield, some days you're the bug, right?
Yeah.
Okay, John. I it's just one of the things. The main gate on Beale is open, and it's not open to commercial traffic. But those of you, they closed the Doolittle gate, and there has construction, so we're getting a lot more traffic on Beale. Thank goodness. CSAC sounds like another government reach for power, and I knew Ron, and he was an interesting fellow to know, and he had some stories and some things, and all five of us, I think, are going to sign that. We had the state suspension law has been changed by Governor Newsom, and there's a piece out about this. If you go to a government school, don't expect the principal will protect you from drug dealers, bullies, haters, assaults in bathroom by perverts and dresses. The new law, which goes into effect July 1st, 2024, could make it difficult for teachers in the school system to hold some students accountable for their behavior. Teachers are asking the district to approve in-school suspension for students who allegedly drink and smoke in the bathrooms and refuse to go to class. I mean, it's common sense. We're eliminating any sense of responsibility in these children, and unfortunately, our school systems, which were 45th in the nation, are going to suffer. So that's one of my things that I was going to run across. I didn't want to say too much about it, but another item that's come to our attention is that the Canadian government reveals that 74% of the vaccinated population across Canada now have full-blown vaccine-acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Data reveals that double vaccinated population across Canada have now lost an average of 74% of their immune system capability, and the triple vaccinated population across Canada have now lost on an average of 73% of their immune system capability compared to the natural immune systems. Now, that's nowhere in the general news, and I just thought I would put that out there. And my opinion of vaccinating people 17 or less is counterproductive in our society. And I gave them the statistics on what was going to happen. And in the first year, nobody from 70 to 0 passed away. And we have to realize that we have 330 million people in the United States. So I don't think vaccinating children is a positive thing. So I'll leave it at that, and go ahead.
That's very hard to follow up, but I did have one small community announcement. The American Legion is starting their dinners on Friday and breakfasts on Sunday. So if anybody wants to be involved and support, I think it's 807. Then
it is 807.
Feel free.
Okay.
They're way out on Feather River Boulevard on the opposite side of the airport.
Yes.
Near the animal shelter.
Yes. Okay. All right. County Council?
Nothing from our office, Mr. Chair.
Evan?
Yeah, just briefly, I wanted to start off by thanking the board for the support you're providing to our staff. First off, October 13th, thank you for all coming out and showing your appreciation at the barbecue. And then today, thank you again for showing your support on the health insurance item there. That item was one of those where it was never the intention to put that much burden back on the employees, and kind of recognizing that, there was definitely there's room for improvement there on how we portion health insurance costs, and that what CalPERS has for an escalation versus what the consumer price index showed for escalation was vastly different. And so thank you, board, for recognizing that and correcting that. Also, I just wanted to point out that last week on the 17th, we had an all managers retreat for the day at the 530 Event Center here. It was a day to really focus the management team here at Yuba and kind of take a look at the strategic plan that the board recently adopted, focused in on the operating values and making sure we're all on the same page as we lead the county forward. So that was a great day. And there'll be a summary of what took place that day that I'll provide to the board so you can see what we were working on. And then finally, I'll be out the rest of the week at the County Administrators Conference. So still available, email, phone, text, the usual. But
well, do you have any news on Costco that you want to share?
Let's see here.
Excuse me, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal. I know. And community development has definitely been working closely with the Costco folks and PG&E, trying to get some firm answers from PG&E. I heard November 12th. Am I reading the room right? Was that a how firm is that? That's a very firm date, or is it the 11th? The 11th. Okay, so Veterans Day.
Veterans Day.
All right. Yep. So and I believe we have a little before pre-opening tour arranged for the board to take a look inside Costco. Maybe get your $1.50 hot dog.
There you go.
Yep. All righty.
Okay. All right. Any further comments from the public that you need? All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Happy Tuesday to the board again. Sam Bunton, Public Works. Just wanted to report out on the Lever Avenue Ad Hoc Committee. So quick little summary. We got a letter from the Lever Avenue Concerned Citizens requesting us send a cease and desist order to the school district about the gate. And so we met about it after a previous board meeting. And after Public Works did their research, we determined that the cul-de-sac was the school district property. And so then we then had another meeting with Mr. Ledford to make sure that we did our due diligence, got all the information. And so our summary still stands that it's the school district's property. So we prepared a letter, sent that on October 10th to the school district. I followed up with them with a phone call yesterday, and we still haven't heard back yet. So just wanted to provide an update to you guys.
Let me ask a question. It's my understanding that nobody ever complained to the school system. Is that correct? No complaints were lodged with the school?
I think in the letter it states that they had reached out to the principal. I don't know if it was via phone call or they knocked on his door, sent a letter.
But other than them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not.
There was.
Not aware of anybody else.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that takes care of two people. Okay. All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very helpful. Okay. Another thing we forgot is to mention is Tri-County Juvenile Hall Rehabilitation Oversight Committee, Friday, October 27th at 8:30 at the Wheatland Room. So that being said, this meeting is adjourned. I'm not.
Yuba-Sutter.live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at PlumasLakeSelfStorage.com.